the 22nd.
Mhm. All right, a little music there to kind of fill the space up while we're waiting for people to come on.
Hi guys, Susie here. I'm going to hang out with my computer on the couch and let Tom know when people are arriving. We've got fun stuff to tell you today. Hope you enjoy it.
Thanks, Susie. All right. Well, we are back, and we're glad to be back. I wanted to show you what we talked about first time last week, was that we miss our pasta family, and we had this wonderful drawing here. I love Fantastic Mr. Fox play. The cast is like family. We forgot to credit the artist. This is one of our cast members from Fantastic Mr. Fox. This is Eloise. So Eloise, thank you so much. Appreciate you sending us this wonderful drawing. We talked about last time. I do, yeah. We talked a little bit last time about the two words that we use whenever we start a theater class at the Gorton Center, and that was no fear, right? No fear. Don't be afraid to try new things. And of course, we tried something new last week when we did our Facebook Live page, and that was a challenge for us. But then this week, well, we took another leap of faith, and we had to have no fear of using Zoom. No fear of using Zoom. So we had a very wonderful session with Gorton representatives, Rich and Libby and Lori, and they helped us learn all the ins and outs of using Zoom, and you know, there really wasn't anything to be afraid of. It went extremely well. So we feel very comfortable about moving forward with doing online theater classes using the Zoom platform. So what everybody really wants to know is, what are we going to do? Well, we want to sort of remind everybody that this is going to be a little bit different than from what we normally do when we're actually at the Gorton Center and we're actually doing classes downstairs in the grotto or rehearsing up on the stage in the John and Nancy Hughes Theater. These will be shorter class sessions, most likely just 3 class sessions. We are interested in running a Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday schedule, or excuse me, Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday schedule. The classes would be about an hour in length, and we would be using shorter scripts that can be done in that smaller time frame, and these shorter scripts have smaller casts. So we're looking at plays that have anywhere between 8 to 9 to 10, maybe 12 characters in them, and we have decided that if a particular play is very popular and that play sells out quickly and there are people that are still interested in doing that, it would be very easy just to run another session with the very same play. So we're not too concerned about that. So we would be doing the classes through Zoom, through the Gorton Center. Registration for the classes would be on gortoncenter.org, the Gorton Center website. Very much just like when you would be signing up for a class that we would actually be working together on the plays. We have not yet have our dates and times set in stone, but like I said, we're interested in a Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday time frame, and either like from 4 to 5 in the afternoon or from 5 to 6. If you have a preference as to when you'd like to see us run the classes and you prefer the 4 to 5 time slot over the 5 to 6, just let us know, leave a comment. We'll be glad to take that into consideration. So, what are we going to do? Well, we have found many, many wonderful shorter scripts of some very fun plays to do. Want to thank Susie for that. She did a lot of research and found this wonderful website. And so one of the very first play that we're going to do is we are going to be doing, ta-da, Rapunzel. And it's very funny, and it's very easy read. We're very excited about it. And it's one of those things where we're going to be doing everything with our voice and with our face and our expression. No costumes, no sets, no moving around, just trying to do a very creative reader's theater approach to it, which is I find always a lot of fun too. So some of the other possibilities that we can do, there's a very funny version of Puss in Boots that we also find very charming, very entertaining. And there is a very, very funny version of Robin Hood. So it kind of looks like it's a bird Robin Hood in this illustration. But, it's very, very funny stuff. There's so many of them on that website. And the nice thing about it is, as long as you give credit to the author, there is no fee for using the scripts, which is really, really nice. We've also found a Roald Dahl website in which we have lessons, and we can do segments from different plays. And one of the ones that we're looking at would be Roald Dahl's Matilda, which we think would be very, very fun to do. One of the things that everybody needs to take into consideration if you want to participate in our Reader's Theater classes would be that you have to be a good reader. You really have to be a good reader. That's almost goes without saying. It's absolute necessity. So when we get the websites, or when we get the class registration pages up, we'll have the information about Rapunzel and how many characters there are and how many people can participate in that particular one. And then if you're interested, you can sign up for it. And we're going to start with one, no fear, and we're going to start with one and work our way up to see how many more we can possibly do in a week's time or so. So that's about it in terms of what we're going to be doing online. Susie, anything that you think I forgot?
Just want to let you know that Mrs. Ellis is saying hi.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Ellis. How are you? Thank you for joining us. So it's the first one will be an adventure for all of us in terms of doing this, but I'm very, very confident with the help that we're going to get from the staff at the Gorton Center that this is going to go well, and I'm going to be working with them. Susie and I will be working with them. And if you take one of the classes, you will be working with me, you'll be working with Susie, and we're going to be coaching you through this. And what we will do for the end product is that we will record the final Reader's Theater performance, which you then can share with family and friends. So last week we left you with a little game, a little theater game that you could play at home. And so at the beginning I was working on my sketch pad here and I was drawing up a picture, and it's a simplified version of a theater game that I have used before in a lot of our classes, which is a lot of fun. And it's sort of a creative version of rock, paper, scissors. So you would have, rock, and you'd have paper, and you'd have scissors, which is all well and good. That's an easy way to play that game. But there's another one that we played that's very fun, and I'm going to show you my drawing here that I was working on. So what we do is we do a version of it, and it's called, gotta make sure I get it tipped right here. It's called Giants, Wizards, and Elves. And so you can kind of see by the way that I've sketched out the characters there, get my hands out of the way, sketch out the characters, that the actions that you use are going to be similar to what you see in the drawing here. So in the game, you would start like this, and if you were going to be a giant, well, you would 1, 2, 3, giant. Or if you wanted to be a wizard, 1, 2, 3, wizard. And if you're going to be an elf, be 1, 2, 3, elf. And the way that it works is, as paper covers rock and rock smashes scissors and scissors cuts paper, in this game, the giant beats the elves because the giant can squish the elves. Another nice way of putting it, squish the elves. The wizards can beat the giants because they cast a spell and freeze the giant. And the elves beat the wizards because they're tiny and they can run around the wizard and nibble on his toes, and then that scares the wizard away. So if you play the game and you're going to be a giant, and you would go 1, 2, 3, roar, that would be the significance of being a giant. If you're going to be a wizard, it'd be 1, 2, 3, Shazam! And if you're going to be an elf, 1, 2, 3. And you can play that with a partner with several other people, and it's just like, you know, rock, paper, scissors, and you would just squish the elves, freeze the giants, or run around the wizards and nibble on their toes going And I know it's a lot more fun to play it in person than it is to just have me playing to myself here on the screen. But it is a fun game. When we play it, when we're actually having a class that everybody can be at, we kind of flesh it out a little bit more, and it's a little bit bigger. So that's our theater game for this particular class time. I think when we have, well, what we'll do is when classes are going to go live on the Gorton website, we'll shoot out an email to everybody, post it on our Facebook page. One of the things about being part of the classes is that when you register, we absolutely are going to have an email address, because the information that we get out to a participant in the class will be through email. And so that would be like audition sides and especially the scripts to the play. So yeah, emails are going to be really, really important for this one, so that we can communicate with everybody and get the necessary class information out to them. So that's about it for all we have for this time. These turned out to be a lot easier than I thought they were going to be, and they're kind of a lot of fun. It's too bad I can't see people, but that'll be different when we do the Zoom platform. So bye-bye and take care. And you can check the Gorton website. You can check our Facebook page, which is Performing Arts Student Theater Academy. And if you're on our email list, we can check your email when we find out that the classes are going to go. And And you can always ask us questions too. You can ask us questions about what we're going to be doing or how we're going to be doing it. More than willing to chat with everybody. So that's all from our end, right, Susie?
Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista. Stay well, stay safe, and we hope to talk to you soon. All right. Bye-bye.